Alrighty, welcome. This is my race autobiography, and I'm here to talk about race. I learned that race is a social construct. I was a sociology major in undergrad, so that's one of the things that stuck with me. And it's just so interesting that something that is made up in order to categorize humans um, into specific, places, into boxes, affects and impacts my life so drastically every single day. I I appear to be black. I am black. I identify as black. African American is fine too, but I prefer black. My parents are black. My older sister's black. Um, while in high school, I did not fit in with the black kids. I just didn't. Even though I played basketball, which is like a staple in the black community, um, I was darn good at it too. But I was also a band geek, and I was also an AP student. And there was only one or two other African American kids in the AP class, so that really uh, segregated us in and from the black community. But that's okay. So I was kind of scarred from my blackness. So when I went to college, I understood, wow, I have been closed off to so many things. This is amazing. I took every class that I could on ethnomusicology and, social constructs and race and family and gender and Latina culture. Chicano studies is what it was called at UCLA. And why? Because sometimes I actually identify with them a little bit better. Probably because my high school was predominantly Latino, and that's who I hung out with because the black kids didn't want to hang out with me. Whatever, they're lost. But yeah, so it was in college that I learned a lot about my culture, a lot about my race, a lot about what it really meant to be black in America, what we did for the country as a whole, what we are still doing, in terms of inventions and policies and political this and political that. Um, but there's still a lot to be done. So it was just really cool to learn about that and to learn about myself. So for the sake of the video, I will tell you a small story, even though to be black in America is one of the most difficult things to do, I would argue. So I have many stories of how my race impacts my life, but I'll just tell you one. So I was in Vegas and I had some money in my pocket and I wanted to get something fancy, right? And I was with my soon to be fiance at the time, and we went into Louis Vuitton at the Aria to buy, I think it was a wallet or like a money clip or something. Anyway, so I walk in and the security guards are black. I give them a nod to acknowledge their presence, and to also not, interfere with their securing the place. So I didn't want to say, hey, what's up, but I just give them a nod, which is what a lot of African American people do with each other, you know. And the majority of the workers there, the representatives, appeared to be white. I can't assume they were white, but they appeared to be white. So I'm standing by the wallet section, and I'm there for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and my fiance is getting peeved, right? She's getting very upset. And I said, just calm down. Like, they'll be here in a second. Don't worry. So I don't know if it was because, I'm black, or I look like I'm 12, or I'm a masculine appearing woman. I don't know. Could have been any number one of those things. And interestingly enough, race, you can't talk about one without the intersections of the others, right? Well, eventually they didn't come, and we moved, or I tried to move to get noticed and to wait my turn and talk to someone who worked there. So maybe, be seen if I moved my location. As soon as I moved, somebody from where I was, someone rushes over to this Asian couple that was standing exactly where we were. And not only did that happen at the same time, I was literally standing by a glass case, and a worker and a client literally rushed past me to sign a contract like I wasn't even there. So I was not seen, but the security guards saw me. They saw me come in, they saw me be ignored, and they saw me leave, right? They saw me. So to be black in America is to be seen but unseen.